at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of Michigan State. The former Spartan, it's Kirk Cousins.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. First carry now for Dalvin Cook. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And the offensive starters for the Vikings.
It's been quite the evolution for Stephon Diggs because when he came out of high school, many thought he was the top prospect going into college football. Didn't have quite the career that was expected. And actually got drafted lower than what many people thought. But, boy, is he playing to a top level now while he's in Minnesota.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a second down throw for Cousins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. A look now at the defensive starters for the Saints. Well, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first down throw for Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Cousins on 1st down. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. This is Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is, how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays, getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him. Excellent.
The ball comes out. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
We have seen this before, and we've known coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. so they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. With a fine feel and work in the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 2nd down, Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They'll run it. Here's Cook. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
He'll get it up the middle. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Third and goal for Cousins. Toward the pylon, caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the 1st down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Parkey's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnists write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the... And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
The Vikings now heading onto the field. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 19 carries, 61 yards.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind, he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
Second down, Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They go play action. Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Alex Okafor in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Open man as Thielen is complete. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. Play fake here on first down. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Now let's go.
To throw is James. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
Set. Green, 39.
James now to throw on 3rd down. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver. But you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's James. From the gun, he'll throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Looking to throw. James. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And Parkey's kick is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you... I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
They're going to look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
will not see another play as time has run out on this first quarter. 6-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you and you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And absolutely zero surprise that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Cousins now on 2nd down. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's got this down to the 35. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Cousins now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Demario Davis there on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, it's Thomas. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And Parkey's kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Back to throw now on first down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw left side taken in by Meredith. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A first update now from Cincinnati. And the Cowboys on the board again. It's a 2-touchdown lead there. Andrew Luck with 1 touchdown pass thus far. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Credit the tackle to Jalen Holmes.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Enough to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the 2nd quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
Yeah, he probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. And on the ground they go with the running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a 1st down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
First down, here's Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. Room to run inside the 40. And down to the 16-yard line. They give him a gain of 38.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types is they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Cousins giving this Vikings offense a bit of a spark early on in his tenure in purple as his guys have it 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. Incomplete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
They'll throw again. Cousins. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the offensive... Unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Again, it's Cousins, and he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And his throw here is incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Throwing is Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
So out comes the field goal team once more. And Parkey's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Green 39! Green 39!
Coming left is Kamara. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
Now Kamara. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
Detroit!
Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Lloyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Being chased out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. and that one getting close to halftime with the Falcons out in front. Mohamed Sanu, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, let's get to Philadelphia as we check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And right now they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. Alshon Jeffrey, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. Andrew Luck has thrown a couple of touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They go play action here on first down. Brought in left side by Snead. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards there, down to the 18 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On third down, Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And Parkey's kick is good. And that's going to bump up their lead now to 15-3. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. There's Kamara trying to run for it. There it goes again. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Boom.
On play action, they'll throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Saints on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll drop to throw. That's complete to Meredith. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints are back within a score.
So what did you say earlier, my man? You said one big play away from getting back in this game. And guess what? There it was.
Yeah, we talked about it. That despite the scoreline, they were that close on the road, and boom, there you go.
Well done, Nostradamus.
Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zones, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Second down, Cousins. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Vikings 1st down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Cousins. Fighting through pressure. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete, Downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive. Then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
All right, here we go. 319! 319!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll set up a throw. Throw left side complete. That's Lloyd. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. They're going to look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second and short.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw here. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Looking to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. As his guys are in for 6. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Oh, such great concentration. They're going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offense. Line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Demario Davis in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, here's Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Here's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A first down throw for Cousins. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Again, it's Cousins. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins again. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. Parkey adds the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Shifts by him. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen, simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On target over the middle to Hill, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all. Now your discipline comes into question. Having poise, this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now back to throw. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Now let's go. Green 39.
They'll look to throw. And he fins it, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
For a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so it looked like they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good...
And that's caught inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Trey Wayne's the Michigan State man right there in coverage. A really nice knockdown. He has so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man. Because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, second and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Back to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
He's back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw. Buying time with he takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Lutz with the extra point. It's in the fourth quarter down in Miami, and the Seahawks able to take home that victory. Russell Wilson, 2 touchdown passes in the W. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, second down. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Cousins. And his throw is incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Cousins. And he's got Snead. And out across midfield down to the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Cousins to throw. Drops it underneath to Thomas. Given 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And they'll go on the ground. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by, but that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed them out quite a bit so far, but it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
This will be taken in at the 1. The 35, a very good return, but a penalty down. That may negate all the good work.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Hang on here. They declined that. So the yardage will stand.
There has to be confusion coming from the bench to the field about what their intentions are, because you guarantee they want the penalty. Turn down that big yardage gained against them. Instead, they turn down the penalty, and the yardage stands.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield, guy who can take him the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get in overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. Within an OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I love to see games finish that way.
So for Minnesota, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.